Cameron Williams, the 16th best player in the 2026 class per on three, has shifted around some visits and scheduled some new official visits. So for a while, we have known that Cameron Williams is a big time Purdue target. But obviously, when you are after a five-star, a guy that is a consensus top 20 player in the class, there's going to be a lot of schools that are after you, and that applies truly to Cameron Williams. Texas has been in the mix. Arizona's been in the mix. Duke, Indiana have been in the mix. And as we get closer to Cameron Williams' eventual arrival to college basketball, we're starting to get some clarity on what schools he is truly interested in. He has scheduled official visits to both Duke and USC. Duke is going to get Cameron Williams October 3rd. USC is going to get Cameron Williams the week after that, October 11th. Previously, Cameron Williams had scheduled visits to Purdue and Texas. And I think at the time those were scheduled, those were kind of the two presumed leaders of this recruitment. Those dates have now been adjusted as he schedules his Duke and USC visits. He's going to go to Texas September 3rd. He's going to go to Purdue September 12th. There are still other schools in the mix, including Louisville, Houston, Indiana, and Virginia, but Duke and USC getting new visits, Purdue and Texas moving around their dates for their visits. What does all of this mean to you for Cam Williams?
Yeah, I think Cam Williams has a certain set of schools that I think he has in mind. And look, when you get a Duke offer, Duke visit, you be, I think, naive not to take it, given what that program does, what they produce, the success, how they get people to the next level. I mean, everything about it, right? I think is very much in play here. And when Cam Williams was recruited by Purdue, it was very interesting because he's a kid that doesn't necessarily have many ties, I guess, like no state ties, no family ties, but it seems that Paint has been shifting to kind of going outside what I would consider his comfort zone in recruiting players, right? With going after guys like Colvin Landrew and a couple other guys of that mold, but Cam Williams is a player that has very unique size, skill set, and the flashes are special in seeing what he can do. But yeah, I think it makes sense though why you shift things around for Duke, I guess is how I take it.
Duke is one of those you'll shift everything for Duke
Yeah,
schools.
like yeah, like it's like I don't really feel like doing much tonight, and then someone's like, "Oh, that one baddie that you want to talk to is there." He's like, "Well, I guess I can, what I'm saying, pop out a little bit."
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Can I get just a general stance from you on Cam Williams' game? Like he's 16th overall per on three. I think that's a little lower than he's previously been ranked. Like where are you at with him?
Were you on the video that we first did with him?
It was a long time ago. If so, I've done at least one conversation about him.
Yeah, so here's where I'm at with it. I think that holy hell, Saba. The my thoughts on Cam Williams is that he's a lot of flashes right now. I don't think he strings together flashes enough for me to think that this is a certified bona fide five-star like can't miss guy. And look, this is coming from a point of a little bit of I'm not sure what the term you want to coin it is, but and it's not fair because every recruit is different. But do you know how you can kind of go through a little bit of basketball recruiting trauma?
Yeah,
Like you fall in love with a prospect, who they are, the player they are, and they just absolutely let you down.
yeah.
I can't stop closing my eyes and not like seeing like EJ Montgomery, uh, Billy Preston, Perry Jones the third, like those players of the world kind of scare me. And I just think with Cam Williams, at this point, I would love to see him put the flashes together more. It's just too many just flashes at this point.
I totally get that. I think he's one of those guys, with five stars, sometimes we describe guys as can't miss. Like this is a great prospect, can't miss. He can go anywhere and he'll be successful, can't miss. Uh, Respectfully to Cam Williams, who I think is awesome, he's a guy who could miss. Like I think the situation he chooses is going to matter for his development in a rather large way. Like there is an outcome where Cam Williams goes to a college is incredible. They refine some of those flashes into everyday production, and he becomes a lottery pick. I also think there is a world where he has a very underwhelming first year, is one of the more frustrating players in the country and is inconsistent, and ultimately that hurts his professional career. Today's video is sponsored by LabCorp On Demand. Car, do you take care of yourself?
I try my best to, yeah.
Like not just treat yourself to expensive meals, but like you go to the doctor and things like that?
No, I just take care of myself. There's no need to go to the doctor unless I'm not taking care of myself, right?
Are you afraid of the doctor, Cart?
Just a little bit. I mean, if nothing's wrong, why would I go there?
Listen, I'm the same way, and so are millions of men across America. But that's why LabCorp On Demand is helping millions of people like us. With their men's health test, you can get a comprehensive look at your hormone levels, your total testosterone, and you don't even have to go to the doctor. It's easy, and you get the results the next day.
Testosterone, is that a big thing?
It's a really important thing, Cart. Sometimes you can feel off without even knowing something's wrong. But LabCorp On Demand wants to keep you healthy and wants to make it as easy as possible. Right now, you can get 20% off your men's health test by visiting our sponsor at tryelco.com/sleepersmedia. It's simple, affordable, and honestly, it's empowering to know that you're healthy and have this info about your body.
Didn't know that testosterone did all those things. I'm gonna have to take the guesswork out of this and go get my health checked out today using LabCorp On Demand.
So I think he's got to be smart about this. And look, this list of schools is great, right? If we're viewing Duke, Texas, USC, and Purdue as sort of the top four, that's four very good options, four very different options. USC, I would describe as a mess right now under Muss. You have no idea what you're getting into, but Muss is a good coach. Texas, I think we've seen like Trey Johnson, even if they had a weird year, Trey Johnson got everything he wanted out of Texas. So he could be very good at Texas. Duke is Duke. It's the premier program in the country. Them in Kentucky. And then Purdue has such a great track record of front court development right now. I would be honest. I would feel very comfortable that he's going to hit his ceiling if he goes to Purdue. I would be a little more worried about it at Duke just because I think he could get lost in the shuffle. But if he does go to Duke and plays, as long as he's a rotation guy, you know that team's going to be good. You know he's going to get to the NBA. Texas and USC are more wild cardy for me. So I don't know. We'll see. Isn't he from out west too, or playing out west right now?
I want to say he's from Vegas.
Okay,
Is it Vegas?
he's listed as playing in Phoenix for high school ball, but
Okay, I think maybe it's true. I know it's a West Coast school or West Coast kid.
yeah. So it kind of makes sense. This is a national recruitment. You spread all over the country. Moving around some dates here. You got any suspicion on maybe why this has happened? Other than like, okay, we want to prioritize the Duke visit, but we've talked a lot about visits with Purdue timing lately, haven't we?
Let's get some motion on campus.
Should I pull up some football schedules?
Is that during the football weekend?
So I've got football schedules up for all of these teams right now, looking at the dates that Cameron Williams is going to arrive at. So Texas, this is weird. He's going to Texas a Wednesday through Friday, in between Texas playing Ohio State and hosting San Jose State. So no football game for his visit to Texas. He's going during the week. Scratch off Texas. He's not going to Texas. Duke. He's going to Duke while Duke is at Cal. Duke is across the country playing football in Berkeley, California. So no football game. Going to be a quiet campus when you go to Duke. Interesting. Then you got Purdue and USC, Cart. When he goes to USC on October 11th, USC will be hosting Michigan in the Coliseum in California. When he goes to Purdue, September 13th, huh? Purdue will be hosting USC. He's checking out 2 USC games in his 4 visits, and that stuck out to me as interesting.
Well, here's the thing. Once again, I'm gonna try to get my body language back here. Cam Williams hates football. Hates football.
Why is that?
I feel like see Colvin Landrew, that kid loves football. That kid wants to be a kid's a receiver, right?
But most of these are football schools. USC, Texas.
Cam Williams hates football.
I still don't understand why.
Just trust me, he hates football.
All right. I mean, you are our big man whisperer, so I guess I should trust you. But
he hoops like he hates football.
I find it very interesting. The body language doctor finds it interesting that USC is involved in 2 of these games. He's going to 2 football games on these 4 visits. Both of them are USC.
Yeah, and look, I honestly, I think to your point, USC would be a good spot for him. I think he gets lost in the shuffle at Duke. Purdue, honestly, I underrated. I like it because I think they'll have a spot at the four for him to play. But also, like, I can see Paint not playing him because I don't know if Cam Williams can check. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, he's
Not really
like
part of his game right now. Yeah.
he's. But here's the thing, though. There's a reason why people like as much as I say like it's flashes at this point. There's a reason why he's as high as he is, and there's a reason why these schools want him because if he's when like I've seen small sample sizes like when he's playing AAU when he strings it together, and you're like that's oh that's it right there. It's just stringing it together more.
Yeah. 100%. I agree. Yeah, I'll put an early Greg Waddell crystal ball in that he ends up at USC.
Yeah, after hiring Cam Williams' family member.
And I guess this recruitment will finally tell us something I've been wondering for years. Is visiting Purdue when there's no football a better environment than visiting Purdue at an empty football stadium while they play a football game?
When did Braden Smith visit?
This video is brought to you by NBA2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well, and they're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game, and I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.